All right, just got back from a ride, cleaning our machines. I decided I'm gonna do a little test on this SC1 high gloss cleaner that you can find at Rocky Mountain or Amazon or yada, yada, yada. So I'm literally gonna take and draw a line down the middle of my machine, and I'm going to do 1/2 with the cleaner, 1/2 without the cleaner, see how it looks just with the shine. And then I'm going on a ride next weekend. Should be pretty dusty and everything else, so I'll go on that ride and then see if it's easier to clean it after I'm done with the ride, because rumor is it's supposed to be easier to clean after the ride.
A little bit more dirt
Yeah.
initially, but it's supposed to come off and look nice and shiny.
Yeah, tends to attract dirt, I guess, but will come off easier when you're done and shine up easier when you're done. So that's the story. So we'll see. I'll draw my line, use the cleaner, and go from there. Apply to half of the machine. Smells like stinking spray paint, man. Does smell good for sure. So directions say to leave it for 60 seconds, you said?
Yeah, about 60 seconds.
And then buff it in places you want the mud to release from? Or you don't buff it in places you want the mud to release from, just leave it.
Leave it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Wet.
Beauty. Initial impression is awesome. I've never seen my plastic this dark. It's always been this way. I did buy this machine used, but I've never seen it like that. So it looks great. So we'll see what happens. But I got a line straight down the middle. This side's not been done. That side's been done. All the way up to the dash, including the dash. Now you can see it there. But so far, my impression of SC1 cleaner is the stuff is awesome. So definitely gives it the factory look. We'll see how much dust it attracts. There it is, SC1 high gloss coating. Huh, well, we'll see. So I am going to be driving my, trailering my machine home about 500 miles back to Utah, or back to Arizona. And then next week I'll be going on a dusty ride up in the Arizona mountains. And then I'll clean it after that, kind of follow up from there, see what it looks like. I'll probably take a shot or two when I get home as well to see how it held up in the sun on the 500-mile trip down the freeway. So we'll see. So far, initial impressions, I'm digging it. All right, so I'm back from the trip to southern Utah, and after pulling it 500 miles and it's sitting in the garage for a day, you can still see a pretty substantial difference between the side treated with the SC1 and the side not treated with the SC1. So still so far it looks good. We shall see here come this weekend how it looks after a ride, and if it still looks like this after we get dust on it and everything else. So the idea is, yeah, it's probably gonna catch a little more dust than the other side, but then the cleanup will be easier and I won't have to treat it every time. That's kind of the idea. So we'll see though. So far I'm liking it, but after the ride is when we'll be able to tell. So stay tuned. So we have done a few miles on the trail and it's a little more dusty on the treated side than it is on the non-treated side, but that was kind of expected. So we'll see again after another bit on the trail what it looks like. All right, we're back post ride, about to put her on the trailer. You can see the line still where I treated it, where I didn't treat it. So we'll see. Like I said, knew it was gonna happen that way. Just interested to see if it still looks good when I clean it without having to reapply. pretty obvious which side was treated with SC1 and which side was not. So we'll go to the car wash and give it the old washeroo and see how it looks after we're done. All right, so while I'm washing, there's a very obvious difference on the machine from what's been treated and what hasn't. So you can see on this side, it's beating up. On this side, it's not. Interesting to see how that affects the results, but we'll see. Same on the front. You can see where it has and hasn't right now. Well, let me spot free this. All right, so the car wash is freaking out of soap. So I basically washed it with tire cleaner, sprayed it down, put the spot free on, and we'll see. But everything got the same treatment, so we'll see how the results turn out. I'm not gonna hand dry it or anything else. All I'm gonna do is wind dry it, driving it home, and then we'll see what the difference is. So I'm hoping that the SC1 side, nice and clean looking. The other side still looks worn. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see what she looks like. So it's gonna be kind of hard to tell. So you might have to take my word on it on a few things. But I'm gonna say the plastic on the SC1 side, after just that kind of wash and not wiping it down, looks better, looks shinier, looks blacker than the side not treated with the SC1. We'll go to the back so you can see in the sun. Maybe they'll give you a little better demonstration. So this is kind of the color. You see it's gray a little bit, kind of grayish anyway. Especially right here. I don't know if you could tell up here. In this area it's grayed a little bit. But if you go over to the SC1 side, it's not. I mean, there's a couple little spots that are, but for the most part, it is nice and black. It's not as shiny as it was, so I imagine you'd have to do it on the next time you go out. After you're done washing it, you retreat it again. So to me, I would say 8 out of 10 would recommend. It's going to give you a shinier machine. It's going to keep your plastics blacker. You may get a little more buildup. The one thing I'll say is it does say in the instructions to use, like on the areas where you want mud to fall off, you just spray the stuff on and you leave it. You don't wipe it in. And in the areas where you don't, it doesn't matter. So you're just treating your plastic. You buff it in or whatever. You wipe it down and wipe it off. If you do that, you won't get as much buildup of the sand and whatnot, or the dust and whatnot on your where you've used it. So, like I said, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'd recommend. Looks good to me. With that said, that's it for this one. If you like the review, like the content we're doing, do us a favor and like and subscribe and comment and all that kind of stuff. Click the bell wherever it is, so you get notified when we put new videos out. With that said, that's it for this one. We'll see you on the next one.